Social Security increase and reform. What is being done about it? Well, Congress continues to talk about doing something about Social Security, but there is not enough action. Also, take a look at this article. High earners average $17,000 more in Social Security than low-income earners. Is that fair? Should it be swapped? Should low-income earners earn more in Social Security? I'm going to go over that article. I'm also going to share the latest of what has been said in Congress about increasing Social Security and reforming.
Widowed at 28 years old and left with 4 young children to raise on her own. Social Security was there to help her get through the tragic loss of her husband and to figure out how to support her young family.
I'll play the full video clip of what is being said there, and I'll give you some other important updates. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate these Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. And this video is sponsored by my company, WiseSense. If you or anyone you know is looking to increase your credit score, I got my details down in the description below. So before we dive into the article, I just want to share with you what is going on in Congress, what is being said on the Congress floor, and how they're really trying to push this one Social Security bill, which would actually give an across-the-board increase to all Social Security recipients. So what is going on with that? Let's take a look at this right here.
Recognized for 1 minute, without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of the Social Security 2100 bill and thank Representative Larson for introducing it. Social Security is a promise. It is a promise that if you work hard and do the right thing and pay into the system during your career, you will be able to retire with dignity in this country. And unfortunately, too many of my colleagues are obsessed with trying to cut and undermine this vital program. They say there's not enough money in the trust fund. Well, many of them voted for $10 trillion of tax cuts that went primarily to the wealthy and to the biggest corporations just a few years ago. They could find $10 trillion for tax cuts for the people at the top, but then they claim they can't find any money to shore up the Social Security system. Here's the truth. We can increase cost of living adjustments, increase benefits for Social Security, and extend the life of the trust fund indefinitely by just asking the people at the very top to pay their fair share. And that's what this bill does. It asks the Elon Musks and Jeff Bezoses of the world to pay a fair share into the trust fund so that working people can retire in dignity. With that, I yield back.
Gentleman's time has expired. For what purpose does the gentlelady from North Carolina seek recognition?
I seek to address the House for 1 minute and to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection, the gentlelady is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise as a proud co-sponsor of the Social Security Act of 2100, a bill that will enhance Social Security benefits for the first time in 50 years and ensure this program's solvency for years to come. In my district, more than 157,000 retirees and families rely on Social Security as their primary source of income. And Social Security doesn't just help retirees. Almost 10,000 children and more than 20,000 disabled workers in my district depend on Social Security to meet their basic expenses. And Social Security was there when my mother-in-law, a stay-at-home mom, was suddenly widowed at 28 years old and left with 4 young children to raise on her own. Social Security was there to help her get through the tragic loss of her husband and to figure out how to support her young family. I stand in support of Social Security. I will stand up to any politician who wants to take away or reduce those earned benefits. Thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you. For what purpose does the gentleman from California seek recognition? The gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, thank you so very much for allowing us this opportunity. Wow. Is it really true, Mr. Speaker? Perhaps Mr. Larson has told me that the Republicans intend to put together some sort of a fiscal commission specifically designed to go after Social Security, to cut the benefits, and to really jeopardize the well-being of seniors now and future seniors? Could that possibly be correct? Apparently, it is. A secret fiscal commission. There's another way of doing it. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Larson has put together a proposal that would guarantee Social Security solvency for years to come. It would require that the super wealthy have to pay their fair share, and what's wrong with that? Nothing that I can think of. We can also actually increase the annual COLA by going to the Fair COLA bill, which was introduced by, wow, my bill. Mr. Larson, you have that in your bill. Good for you, good for the seniors, good for the future of America. We can do this correctly, Mr. Speaker, if Mr. Larson's bill 2100 would actually become law. And with that, I yield back.
Gentleman's time has expired. For what purpose does the gentleman from Connecticut seek recognition?
First, Speaker Bean, to thank you for being so gracious and patient. That's what I think makes this body unique, is the care.
What are your thoughts on what Congress, a few representatives there, actually had to say about Social Security? Let me know down in the comments below. So high earners average $17,521 more in Social Security than low earners, but low earners get more of their money back. Here's why. So the big question is, would you rather have more money, more taxes, or less money, less taxes? That's basically how it works here. While high earners have a larger benefit on paper, they're actually getting less of their money from Social Security for a few simple reasons. In 2023, a low earner with an income equal to 45% of the average wage received $14,824 in Social Security benefits, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. A high earner, on the other hand, got a much larger benefit. Someone who earned 160% of the average wage would end up with an annual Social Security benefit of $32,345. That's more than double. So that's a big gap right there. The high earner here ends up with $17,521 more each year from Social Security. On paper, it looks like the high earner is getting a way better deal. But is that really the case? So low earners replace more of their pre-retirement income. So although high earner is getting more money in their check each month, they are actually replacing less of the income they were earning before stopping work. Specifically, those who made 160% of the average wage end up replacing around 30% of the income that had been coming into the house before leaving the workforce. Those whose income was 45% of the average wage, on the other hand, end up with benefits that replace about half of their prior earnings. There's a very simple reason why people who make less money end up getting more out of Social Security in terms of replacement than people who make more of it. It has to do with the benefits formula determined on how Social Security pays each month in retirement benefits. So your standard benefit equals the percentage of AIME, average index monthly earnings income. Excuse me. 90% of your AIM up to first bend point, then 32% of your AIM between the first and second bend point, 15% of any income above the second bend point. So it goes into a few more calculations of why people who do earn more on Social Security, it may not be as much. So really curious, do you feel like you're better off with your Social Security check? Would you like it to be higher? Should Congress finally do something? Let me know down in the comments below. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you one thing that you should do. When you want to do something, you have the power to do whatever you want. Unless, one thing, you believe in yourself. That's the only trick. So that's all I wanted to tell you for today. Bye. This is the Bella.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see the latest universal basic income programs paying $500 a month, $1,000 a month, and the big question is, are they racist? You're not going to want to miss this video right here, so click that video now and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.